This is the 1922 piece, The Mothers by Käthe Kollwitz. She was one of the most powerful voices in German art. She showed the raw reality of poverty, hunger, and war, but not from the perspective of heroes, but of mothers, workers, and children. She lost both a son and a grandson to war, defied the Nazis, and became the first woman to ever teach at the Prussian Academy of Arts. Her work is heartbreaking, fearless, and unforgettable, and I'll tell you more about her today. If you want to learn new things about art and artists every single day, hit the follow button. Käthe Kollwitz was born July 8th, 1867 in Prussia. Her father encouraged her to study art early, which was not common for women at the time. By 12 years old, she was already taking art lessons, and by 16, she was studying at the School for Women Artists in Berlin. She quickly realized that painting wasn't her strength, and that drawing, printmaking, and eventually sculpture were. Her big breakthrough came with the Weaver series in the 1890s. It depicted an 1844 uprising of textile workers. It shocked audiences by portraying workers as dignified sufferers and not beggars. The series was nominated for a gold medal at the Berlin Art Exhibition, but Kaiser Wilhelm II stopped that, saying, quote, "A medal for a woman? That would be going too far." A few years later, this etching, titled Outbreak, won the Villa Romana Prize in 1907, which gave her a year's stay at a studio in Florence. She admitted that she didn't get any work done while she was there, but she was greatly impacted by the work that she saw. But when she got back to Germany, she was greatly influenced by the simplicity of the new Bauhaus movement, which we can see in this 1910 piece called Run Over. Her life and art was shaped by loss. Her son Peter was killed in World War I, and years later, her grandson was also killed in World War II. These tragedies gave rise to some of her most haunting works, like The Grieving Parents, a memorial completed in 1932 for her son, as well as her posters like Germany's Children Starving, Bread, and Never Again War. In 1919, she became the first woman professor at the Prussian Academy of Arts. But by 1933, the Nazis forced her out, banned her work, and removed it from museums. She was even visited by the Gestapo, who threatened her with arrest and deportation to a Nazi concentration camp for her anti-war propaganda. But despite all this, she continued to create. In 1943, she was evacuated from Berlin and her home was bombed, destroying a whole bunch of her work. 2 years later, just 16 days before the end of World War II, Käthe Kollwitz died at the age of 77, but her legacy lives on. In 1993, her sculpture, Mother with Her Dead Son, was placed in Berlin as a memorial for victims of war and tyranny. Today, more than 40 schools in Germany are named after her. She once said, "I want to have an effect on this age in which human beings are so helpless." And she did. Her work is still a voice for compassion, justice, and humanity.